Okay, hello. It is day 30. We can round this to a month. It's been a month straight of coding every day. Big milestone. Um yeah, I guess I should do like a reflection on 30 days. I think I definitely am a lot more um sharpened on my data structures and algorithms. Like I definitely feel like if I went into a coding interview right now, I could definitely find a solution brute force when beforehand I don't think I think I could have been very lost on some questions. There are still some things like stacks and heaps or queues that I have not worked with a lot that I still want to work with. But I definitely, I mean, between lists, dictionaries, um, binary search, or, depth first searches, traversing trees and very simple algorithms. I've definitely gotten a lot better at that, which is very good. As for like actual, I guess, projects, we haven't done a lot. I didn't start anything until um, I didn't start anything until recently, which was the code visualization. In which right now we're at a spot which isn't bad. It's natural language to a visualization, which is pretty decent. But I kind of want to start another project. So I'm like at the same time what I was talking about in the last video. Um, but still reflecting here. Projects. Obviously, I haven't done a lot yet, but I have some decent ideas. Um, one of the ones that I wanted to start potentially was a CLI project, so command line interface. I don't know what I'd want, but something along those lines. Um, and so I would do that. I'd assume I could do. I mean, I think you can do anything in any language. It's just how efficient can you do it. Maybe that I want to do a project in C or C++. That's kind of the next big one. So maybe I can do my command line interface in that. Otherwise, I'll have to find a different project to do. But yeah, the code visualizer. I think the last big part in the actual operation of it is going to be just fine tuning a model. Which I say just, but I mean the actual process of fine tuning should take no more than a day. But the actual collection of data to fine tune it is probably going to take quite a while. So I think what I may do is at its current state kind of just like polish it a little bit, maybe make the authentication and login, maybe, make like some core parts drawing on the screen is something I wanted to do, like stuff like that. Um, and then put it in a Docker container and then like have that so it's like a done project that I can put on my resume and talk about, but I'll keep on developing it. And then the command line interface is the next thing I want to do. And I would like to actually get that and the command line interface honestly done by like when I move out this Wednesday. Done in the fact of like um can put on resume and talk about. Um so so yeah. So I don't think there's anything else I really want to reflect on. All we've been doing is LeetCode, admin of code, um and then this project now. So yeah. Um I need to pause for a second to check something, but after that, um, I guess we'll. The only thing is, I didn't know what I want to. I don't know if I want to do like a LeetCode question today, or if I just want to work on that command line interface application. I'll think about that real quick. And I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I forgot to think about that. I completely forgot. Okay, so I wanted ChatGPT here. Oh, and the okay. I know I talked about like the I was watching the Bengals game last video. Um so the path of Bengals to playoffs. is that the Dolphins and the the Colts had to lose one of their last two games, and then Bengals have to beat the Steelers, and then the Chiefs have to beat the Broncos. And one of those happened today. The Colts ended up losing some fucking how to the fucking Giants. Crazy. Um, Dolphins though beat the Browns, so still need the Dolphins to lose to the Jets next week. Fingers crossed. Um, anyways, let's get back to the more on topic thing. Um, so I wanted to. Oh, I already had. Um, automated dev environment, dot files and scripts. Oh, that could be quite cool, actually. Okay. This is sick. Automatically, like, I wonder if there's definitely something already like that. Auto setup Docker. Oh, that's cool. Oh, that's literally from Docker. Never mind. I thought that was like a project someone did. Okay. Didn't want that. Okay, this is the idea because I actually really like this idea. Is that so? From my understanding, right? Docker is a containerizer, as in you have your project, you are going to make a container of all the packages, all the versions, everything that makes it run outside of just the code, right? So all the external code that it uses that are in packages and in whatever, and it's going to like specify what needs to be ran on the server, what needs to and what version needs to be ran, right? So ideally, from what I saw, is you make like a Docker dot. I know there's like a YAML file or something like that, but there's a Docker file, right? Or I think it's actually dot Docker file or something like that. Anyways, making something in that is a command line interface that I can just run that looks at your project, automatically makes those files, runs the files, and makes the image. That would be cool. And if it's already done, I don't care because it'll teach me Docker and it'll teach me a lot of operating system, like working with an operating system, obviously, because it has to do like local file shit, which I've already done actually, because it's not that hard. I mean, import OS, right? And then you can just do operating system commands. Um, which actually I wonder, OS import OS. Oh my God, that's a lot. Yeah, that's so cool. There's a lot here. Okay, cool. Yeah. So I think that's the idea. is doing something that automatically. Bro, it's 50 out, by the way. That's crazy. Okay. No immediate language if you don't want it. Easier. Okay. Yeah, so it is. So going like fully manual here, it's just interacting with like the Docker package. I'm assuming is probably really nice in the fact that I can just like call it on. Because okay, ideally, what this would be is you have this command line interface that you enter into, and you're like, okay, this is the root of my like project, right? This is the root folder. And so what will happen is it'll ask a bunch of questions. It'll be like, what, if you're running this off of Node or whatever, and so you need to run a Node, what do they call it? Is it the SDK or whatever? Whatever it is, you specify that, and then you specify like, I don't know, whatever needs to be specified. I've never used Docker, so this is like it's gonna be a lot. Um, okay, yeah. So the thing would be initialize container, indicate tech stack, version, forward to a port. Um, so it makes the .yaml file on all these. It runs this. Okay, I think the first step, I mean, other than outlining what I want to do, is to take a pre-existing project that I have and containerize it with Docker and just understand what that process is. Understand how it might change based on different technology, right? Like it's really talking about like using like Node or using Python for like how you're actually running this environment initially or something like that. Anyways, um, and so once I can understand that, I guess I could like um this will just be easier, right? Okay. What does Docker compose? One second, I'm gonna check that DM. Um, okay. I'm gonna check that DM again. Okay. Oh, I see. Yeah, I definitely want to do this. Check for this, check that. Generates the file, runs the file, or makes the image, then runs it. I'll definitely do this, yeah. Okay, yeah, never mind. I won't do that. Okay, yeah. That sounds disgusting. One second. Um, okay, never mind. I won't do this in C. I still want to do this, but I won't do it in C. Um, okay, this is the thing, is that it's like I could do this in Go, right? Which is a great language from what I've heard. But my I've always kind of struggled with this is like is learning too many languages, right? Um, because like in my head it'd be amazing to know like Python, C, and JavaScript, right? That's a good trio right there. You got a web-based Python, very like data science based, really good for working with um applications that are really just dealing with data, so like machine learning or something like this, which is like building stuff out. Which I mean, I don't think it's very low level, like something like this. When on the other hand, C is really, really good with doing low level stuff because you can kind of, at least I've heard, it's very you can tell when you're doing something in C, you can like tell exactly how that kind of is translating to like something like machine code, um, or assembly or something like that. It just makes sense, uh, what's happening there. So I could do a different project in C. I would say yeah, let's just do this. I just don't know if I want to do this in what it gave like Python, Go, and like what? Python, Node, or Go? Yeah, I mean Go language. Oh shit, I've already hit the getting started. Print line. Okay, functions are set up like that still. Function, but name, string, return string, message. Interesting. Function name, parameter type. You'd put the type after the variable, or after, I guess, argument is more what you'd say, right? Right? Yeah. And then the return type. Honestly, I'm gonna look on LinkedIn right now to see how many Go things I see. One second. I'm not even kidding. I just scrolled through 20 jobs. Every single one had Python, not a single one had Go. Not a single one. And so, okay. I'm not dumb. If there came along someone that had Go, this is the thing, is that like a lot of people know Python. It's the most popular programming language, right? But it's like if I had Go on my experience, no, it's like I mean, yeah. If I came across a job that had Go that it wanted, and then I had Go, right? I probably would have Go over a lot of people, and so it'd make me better for that. But if 95% of the jobs are all Python, I don't know. I don't. It's not definitely not bad to learn it, but maybe now is not the time, especially when time is of the essence, I guess. Okay. So where to get started on this? Um, um, um. This is the thing. Is like right now, I don't know where the fuck like where to start at all. Um, and that's why honestly, we're gonna leave that for another day. For tomorrow. Tomorrow. I think it's stupid to start right now. I have it in my mind now, so like I'll actually just go and I'll put this project down over here. Um, uh, 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 give me nice. You know what? Fuck it. Why don't I do it like this? It'll just be so much easier. Um, yeah, okay. Beautiful. Now we can go to LeetCode. Still no idea what this is. Let me turn on music real quick. Um, yeah, it's really weird coming into um just like sitting down. It's so weird that it's like even though I know like no one's probably watching at this point in the video, it's just kind of weird to like sit here and kind of like do nothing as I'm like trying to figure out what I want to do. So like just doing one of these is so much more direct and so much more valuable to my time when I'm like tonight I can just sit around and kind of do nothing and kind of mindlessly figure out what I want to do tomorrow with the CLI project and actually have a clear starting point and a clear way of progression that I can map out. Anyways, I don't want to do this question. Given an array nums of unique integers, return all possible subsets of num. So what? So it's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 2, 3, 1, 3, 1, 2, 3. Oh, you may return it in any order. Okay. I'm gonna use the bathroom real quick, and then we'll start. I'm back. Sorry about that. I'm gonna solve this problem, and no matter what the time is, I am gonna end the video. Sorry. Tomorrow should be much better though. I have nothing to do tomorrow, so and I'm quite tired, so I should be going to bed a lot better tonight. Okay. So given an array of nums, blah blah blah. Okay, yeah. So I mean, when you think about anything in a subset, what is a subset is well, we need an already like found thing, right? So we need um a set. And so okay, the most obvious thing would be um I'm trying to think real quick. So I was like, okay, let's pull up our trusty TL draw and clear what was there from yesterday. So if we have an array of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? All pairs, so we're gonna have the single set of pairs, right? And then two sets. So if we do this, this, and this, right? 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5. We still need the 1, 3, the 1, 4, the 1, 5, the 2, 3, the 2, 4, and the 2, 5, the 3, 4, the 3, 5, and the 4, 5. Now, does that carry over on threes? So if I did 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, if I did all those, right? And then I said, okay, Now I need the set of 1, 3, 4, the set of 2, 4, 5. What about, oh no, 2, 3, 4 is already done. But then what about the set of 1, 3, 5? You know? God, this should be such a simple thing, I feel like. Well, we know we're going to have our return array, which is going to be equal to just an array that we'll put arrays inside of. God, I'm tired. Oh my God. Um, oh wait. What if for every pair of like 2, when we go to 3s, we take each pair and we add every single element that isn't in that pair? That could work, right? This could actually be kind of recursive, couldn't it? Well, we want a set, right? Like we want uh subsets is equal to an empty set. And so we want something that will take the individuals, the sets of every subset up until the full length. So what would that be? We'd have something if okay, if I made a function that was build subsets that took in nums and took in a size of the subset. Right. My idea here is we can recursively say, I mean, as in, but no, I don't think this is a, I think it's just a while loop, right? Or not even. Like if I just did for size in range of length of nums, which this would be Yeah, for length of nums. It's like I want to loop. God, yeah, that's the thing. It's like how do I so once I get like the set of twos, right? Maybe a dictionary's better here then. Because then I can look at the twos and I could be like, okay, given because my whole idea of this approach is so we're given like this, right? And so at first we just append these, right? The singles. And then we do the pair, the pair, the pair, the pair. And then this will go here, 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 and then we'll have this goes to that, and then this goes to that, and that's it, right? So now we have every two pair out of this. But then it's like, okay, when we get to the threes, right? If I have a pair of 1, 2 that I just appended, right? Then if I append 1, 2 with the 3, then we have 1, 2, 3, and I append it with the 4, then we have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 4, and then 1, 2, and then 5. And so it's like, what am I missing here? Nothing. Nothing for this 1, 2 pair, right? And then I go to the 2, 3 pair and I look at um, appending the 4 and the 5. And then I look at the 3, 4 pair and I look at appending the 5, right? And so it's this like process of like, I start here, I append all of them, and then I append all two, and then I look at the first two, and I append the third and the fourth and the fifth, and then I move up, and then blah blah blah, and then I get the three, and then I append this one, and I keep moving, and it's just this continuous shift of a growing kind of window, and just taking the rest of the elements and appending it to that, right? That's the idea, but how would I put that into code? This should be quite simple. I don't know why I'm blanking on this. If I want to pass through, that's why like I feel like a function here is so much better because I can specify um like if I could specify like a size of 2, right? I take the first two, I take that size. So if size is 2, then I take how do I dynamically take it though? Oh, I can do the array from start up until this, and then I can actually just change like, oh my God. Okay, okay. I actually think this is good because what I'm thinking is something like so we pass through nums, which I think this should be not only nums but also subsets. And at the end, we're going to return the subsets. And we're going to call subsets, and then 1. And then this should return a set. And then what I do, return array dot append subsets, and I return array. But then in build subsets, it's going to be like nums. Oh, I wanted, instead of size, maybe a start and an end. And so I say, okay, nums from start to end, which this will be originally 0, 1. So for nums, hold up, for each in range of the length of nums, I want to do a subsets dot add or append, Python set append add. Um, but I want both these values to increment with each. So I want it to be like start plus equals each. Oh, this is so fucking hideous. Like you understand what I'm getting at here, right? It's like, okay, for each, take this range, the start and end range, and go through and append it. And then I'm going to do a recursive call on build subsets, passing through the same nums, the updated subsets, but then the start is going to be 0 and then end plus 1. Increasing the window size. But now what happens when I get to like I go through once, right? So I have to do two things, right? I have to say like if if start minus end is greater than um just greater than 1, right? It's like I now also want to do a for loop that is taking this window and then also plus starting from the next element onwards, adding it. I won't lie. you understand my logic here, and I'm tired. Theoretically, this does just work, though. I mean, I'm pretty sure. Mm, 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 mm. This would knock it. Yes, it would. If your window is just 1, and then you take 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4, 1, 5, what? We do a depth first search. So we have our start index. Really? Wow. The only thing I'm a little confused on is, so for I in range from the start index to the length, right? Current subset dot append nums at I. Sorry, someone's knocking at my door. I don't get the current subset dot append. Whoa. I don't get this notation. For I in range, start the length, current subset dot append, nums at I. Backtrack, increase I in the current subset dot pop. Ah, I see. That's neat. Yeah, that's neat. Okay. Sorry again, this was a late video, so I really don't have the brain power to be doing too much. I should be up at least in the morning tomorrow. I'll do another LeetCode and then we'll start working on the CLI. So yeah, sorry for not the best video today, but what you gonna do? Okay, I will see you tomorrow for day 31. Bye.